they can expect, definitely, I hope, a great tournament, because that's what we are working on. They can expect Brazil, which is an amazing country, and a country where it's about music, it's about samba, it's about a number of things which make Brazil so unique in the world. And whenever you speak about Brazil, it's just amazing. In the meantime, my advice to them is just to prepare their trip. Not to think that you can be in Brazil and just avoid that they are making decisions at the last minute. To make sure that they prepare, because you know that the teams, they are going around the country. They are not one team who stays in one of the cities, so they are playing in the different cities. And the big difference between Brazil and South Africa, if we just speak about South Africa, is that the country is big, and to fly from Rio to Manaus, it's close to 4 hours. So again, organize your trip. Make sure that both on terms of accommodation and flights, you know and you have decided already where you want to go, because you know where your team will be playing, and just organize your trip. Firstly, that you cannot decide and you cannot talk about legacy at the World Cup or right after the World Cup. You need few years to see what's the legacy of the World Cup. And I think that for Rio it will be even more difficult, because they have the Olympic Games in 2016. So the legacy of the World Cup, to talk about, it will take more years than just the following two. What I can say about legacy is that legacy is at different levels. The first level is about the football infrastructure, and they will have a level of stadiums, of training camps or training fields, which is amazing. So they will have to play football, and knowing that it's a very strong league, is maybe definitely in the top 10 leagues in the world. But I would say, if you think about the 5 top leagues which are in Europe, the 5 big countries, Brazil is just at this level. So it's really at the top level. They will have better facilities to play football, and you see already that the number of people and the stadiums which have been used during the Confederations Cup, they welcome more fans than before, because the structure of the stadium is nicer and it's more comfortable, and it's more in the standard of the international football today. Then you have what will happen for the people in the different host cities, where they will have a different city. And the cities have changed from the time they received the organization of the World Cup and the time they will have the games played in these cities. So there's a different level of, let's say, more urban mobility. There's a different level for accommodation. There's a different level of road network. So the same as in South Africa. I mean, the life of the South Africans in some of the cities where the World Cup was organized has really changed, because the cities, they invest a lot of money to change the structure of the city. When people are saying that we are using, or what they put in the World Cup, it's something they could have used for other projects, I definitely think it's wrong, because when a country bids for the World Cup, it's not against the interest of the country. It is for the interest of the country. So you are not saying, I'm bidding for the World Cup and I will cut the budget of XYZ because that's the only one way for me to finance the World Cup. The World Cup is a way to speed up a number of investments in the country. So again, it is easy to criticize FIFA. It is easy to use the Confederations Cup of the World Cup to organize demonstrations. And in a democracy, you can do so. But the target is wrong if the target is FIFA is responsible for what's happening in a country. It's not true. We are not responsible for what's happening in a country. And when a country is bidding for the World Cup, it is with the idea to develop the country and not with the idea to destroy the country. Never. As a Secretary General of FIFA, none. I will travel around the country, and I will go mainly to be in the different stadiums to look at the different games. But I will have first a technical view of what's happening before supporting any team. But I think it's a very open World Cup. It's very, very good teams. It's very difficult to say today who would be the teams playing the final, the two teams at the final. For sure, Brazil is expecting to play the final and even to win the final and to win the World Cup 2014. But I think it's very difficult. They are very good teams, and between Germany, Argentina, Portugal, I will not talk about France, but why not France? I mean, it's always a team we can play well. Definitely, I hope they will play and do better than in South Africa. But the team of South America are very strong teams, and the teams coming from Europe are all of them very strong.